Hello guys, and welcome back to my Civilization 6 series. We're playing as Gilgamesh, Samaria, with some mods. It's been, I think this is like session 9 or 10 now. We're into episode early 20s. And yeah, I've had a lot to think about, to be honest. I've had a lot of time. It's been over the New Year's and stuff. Christmas has been in the way, so I've had to try and get back into this game into the new year and just trying to understand where I left off, what's going on, and the plan, really. Because I remember slightly that we were in a bit of a dilemma. Tamar was quite close to getting a science victory, but Scythia, or Tomleriz, was very close to getting a culture victory, as you can see here. So I was stuck between trying to rush and get a science victory myself, which I'm getting close to doing. I think I'm here at the moment. I'm just researching satellites. I think I've researched everything. I just need to build the last few bits now. So I need to launch the moon landing, I need to launch Mars reactor, launch the Mars habitation, and then hydroponics. But it's just getting to that point. Like again, the moon landing is going off, and then once I've done that one, I can actually then rush the other three. But I need to stop Scythia from winning, because right now, the thing's between Georgia and Scythia. Now, I've knocked out Scythia's biggest cities, apart from this one, I believe. But I don't think this one has a site. Oh, actually, it does, right there. Oh, no, it's Lisbon. Might need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, the idea is I don't want Georgia doing a science victory, but I also don't want Scythia getting a culture victory. And the issue is that I had was because I then knocked what would you call Georgia down a few pegs and took a few of her cities, that her science has her culture's kind of taken a massive hit. But now my concern is that Scythia is, I mean, look at the size of Scythia. She's taken the entire control of basically this continent. Full reign over it all, has a ridiculous number of units here, as you can see. She's got armies and all sorts. And I just need to start levering her with some nukes. But I've only got one. And this is the thing I was at the moment was, what do I do in terms of predicament in that kind of level? Do I just let her get on with it? Or do I try and do my best and see what I can do? I really want to take out this guy quickly because he's going to be a bit of a pain. Just get that guy down. There we go. Okay, so he's now finished. Got my builder here. Yeah, I kind of took over all these cities. These ones are probably going to go back to Georgia at some point anyway. The same ones were the ones on the coast here with Germany. But, yeah, it was kind of a difficult thing to do in what's the best option right now. Because this is the thing, when you've got rebellions happening in your own lands, as I've had consistently, it's why I've had to move units back. But also that trying to push forward and take settlements. But I just need to keep myself in a position where I've got to see actually what happens next with this. George is the only one who's kind of jumped in on this right now, which is good. And I've got to defend to Tbilisi. That'll give me a lot amount of coin. I've got a lot of gold coming in per turn. I've got a lot of religion, but I'm not got religious victory. So that's fine. But I just need to keep Scythia on edge. But I need to build some more nukes to do that. So it's kind of a bit of a kind of catch-up massively on this game. So what else we got here? So we've got my tanks. I'm just kind of holding here and see what happens in most areas of it all. I think we're more or less cleared up here in terms of nuclear fallout, which is good. I think I'm not at war with Georgia anymore, which is good. But I don't know how long this is going to go on for in terms of session-wise, so I just want to try and see what I can do in terms of repairing stuff and just get back onto some equal footing here, because it's a bit of a nightmare right now. So let's put you to go to sleep. I think I dealt with the barbarians that had spawned here, so let's put you into there. I was at war with a lot of people, so my amenities is really bad. -7 here, 6 here, 7 here. This has got housing issues, but it is building a nuclear bomb, so it's like, yes, I've got another mechanized infantry being produced up here. So it's, yeah, zoo. Got the Mars project. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, what needs doing? So you was building I could actually build more forests, but I'm trying to think what would be a good thing to build right now, because in terms of what does this settlement need? It doesn't need housing. This one does. So I feel like it's probably a good idea if I move across and start building housing more close to this city. And then go from there. So let's get into next turn, see what goes off. Yeah, it's so backwards and forwards, this game, but it's so much fun. I'm enjoying it. But I don't know how long this is going to go on. Georgia could just easily get a science victory by completing something. So that could be something new. I stole a lot of gold, which is nice. Enemy neutralized governor. Okay. So we've got a lot of things to get on with. So let's rebuild that back up. Let's get you to... get you down there. We'll build a farm. Let's get these rubber. I don't think I've actually got them in my possession anymore, these rubber tiles. So let's get there. Yeah, a lot of these tiles are kind of a bit awkward. I don't think... Actually, let's get the rubber tile. You can stay there. You can stay there. You can just go to sleep. I had my spider stealing funds constantly from this city, although it would be a good idea to disable spaceports where possible. Although I probably need to... Ooh, sabotage. That's definitely what I want to go for. Yes, thank you. Although I'm going to have to wait till next turn now to do that. I do have a nuke I could throw in, which is here, but I'm just waiting till the best point to strike. Because she's not anywhere near a science victory, and that's not my main concern. The biggest concern that I have is the fact of that she's getting too much culture, so I've got to keep an eye on that per turn. She's at 307. If I start nuking cities down, it should actually help. But we'll see. I've got some evil deeds being denounced, so that's... Yeah, I can understand why Skiffy doesn't like Spain very much. Right, how are we doing here? Have we got my... It's running very slow now as well, the game. I should have known... No. I cannot promise that. My spy will operate where it wants to operate. This city needs more amenities. Yeah, I can understand why. Can you get a... I mean, I could harvest it and get a lot of production. That's always the cool thing about these kind of things. That you can just go and do that kind of thing. But I'm going to do that. Let's run you round down here so you can build a farm. I just need to get my housing back up and my amenities down because that is extremely awkward right now. Okay, so this is finished doing whatever it's doing. I'll build a thermonuclear device. That looks so tempting right now, but I can't do that. So let's... what do you need? Housing. Housing. Well, I could build 6 there, 6 here. Well, let's get it up here, Bill. Get on that wood tile. It's going to take 13 turns to do it. Go on foot. Yay, nice. So we've escaped some more, which is good. I wonder if I can buy a couple of tiles. Not tiles. A couple of upgrades. Because what's this one? Entertainment. I could get a stadium, but that's not really a good thing to go for. God, jeez. The amount of turns it's going to take to do a lot of things here is not even funny. We're good on gold, so that's fine. Neighborhood, we're fine. I mean, this is probably the biggest one right now. The stadium. What can I do with you? Can I purchase anything? I could purchase a power plant, a stadium, which would take quite a lot of my money away, but it would give me more amenities back, which feels quite needed. I can't do anything else though. It would have been nice to get some kind of housing, but that's not possible right now. Okay, so let's move you down to here. Let's put you on the border. Okay, so this spy now needs to... Oh no, this is the one that wasn't stealing. But we do definitely want to... Let's get this one running. This is operating at higher, so let's see if we can just try and disable this spaceport. Because I want to make sure if I can disable the spaceport so they can't launch the equipment, which would be useful to have. How many more turns did this go back? So this rebels another 6 turns, another 1 turn, so that's actually getting to full loyalty, which is nice. So is this. So it's nice that some of these free cities have not actually rebelled enough. So like these ones here haven't actually they're staying where they are, which is nice to see. Oh, this game is just mind-boggling at this late game stage. This is what it gets down to, just trying to figure out what tactic you can use or what strategy to try and get yourself over the line to win. Traders overhead Mongolia's pillaged an enemy factory with a submarine. Okay, that works. Who are you at war with, Mongolia? Okay, you've pillaged someone? Oh, you're probably pillaging a city-states. That sounds about right, to be honest. I definitely want to get a university... actually, do I want to get a university repaired? Is that a good thing to get? Maybe? I guess so. I guess that'll work. Let's move you to here. Let's get you bunged up. Let's move you to there. We'll get you in there to get some more food. Trying to think what would be a good idea. I do need a lot of food, so maybe if I move to this tile here, get rid of the forest, which will then speed up this production of the nuclear device. That'd probably be a good idea. I do have my engineer. What's he doing? What's his specialty? I just need to see what actually his specialty is. Did I get out? Ah, yes, my spy escaped. What do you do? Do you have a trader here? No, I don't want to. I want to select you. Oh, so does he rush spaceport stuff? He does. Okay, let's get that done. So, nice. So 100% production towards space rate projects. That's very useful. Get that banging on. Go to here and build a farm. I'm running out of spaces to actually build stuff in, which is a bit awkward. It's like, what can I put here? Let's harvest you. That knocks that down, which is nice. Guess we could knock down a couple of these forests over here. We could harvest this to get a load of production, which would kind of finish it all, but we also need to repair the road. Okay, so what do we need? I guess I need to start putting people into these cities to start getting the production powered through. Because I need to get as much production as possible. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not at war anymore. Why do you hate me? I'm a good boy. Trying to get my amenities back up as well, which is slowly happening, to be honest. Kind of. It takes time. Amenities is one of those ones what I never still understand. They never kind of flushed it out in this game, and I feel like they just put it in and didn't really think it through enough. Which is always a bit awkward when you're trying to learn something about a game that you really need to understand. If you just rush stuff around, it's always a bit more awkward. I feel that you should be kind of explaining stuff like this on a better scale. There's nothing you can see like where your war weariness is. You don't really have a scale. It's just you've got your war weary and your warmonger, and that's it. But there's nothing to say, oh, you need to do this to get it down, or it's going to take this many turns to lower to a point where the AI won't hate you anymore. There's no indicator like that. You have to try and judge it yourself, which is never good. And I never really find acceptable in most cases. Okay, so they're all doing that. What else do we want to get? I could go for another spaceport, but I don't think that'll help. I guess I'll get the repairs on this going. Because they kind of got a bit damaged. Repair the research labs, I guess that's a good idea. And then the third district. And just go from there, I guess. Poor Georgia, just absolutely obliterated. It was so funny though when I did it. That's the thing about nukes, they're so much fun. You can just cause someone so much trouble, especially with units nearby as well. Okay, so we have some promotions. Oh yes, my spy who came back. Hello, spy. Fall unrest, counter spy, or steal technology. Well, I don't need steal technology anymore. Counter spy would be good if I want to defend, and convert action would probably be the next best option, I feel. Cities need food, so that's one thing I'm very much lacking on now. Let's get you up. I guess a food mart would be kind of useful. We'll go for that afterwards. This is now finished doing what it was doing. I need more food, but I'm actually at the point now where I can't afford to get more food. Let's chop that down. So that boosts that up. The cool thing what you can do with builders, though, is you can kind of, like, plant forests and then chop them down, if that makes sense. So you have to do it over 2 turns. But you can kind of rush production quite easily by doing that. Just getting builders. Oh. No, she got a culture victory. Well, that's that then. So she was really close. I didn't realise that was how close she was. Oh. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment. But that kind of brings a close to... Yeah. So, because she got away. I think the idea with Skiffia, she got to a point where she was on her own. Where's the timeline? I know the timeline. I preferred the other old timeline, which you could see what someone was doing. But yeah, it was one of those ones which she just kind of got away on it all. I mean, if we look at just culture per turn, look at that. So from this point here, she just shot up. So I don't know what turn. I think that's turn 200, 300. Just boom, just jump, went straight up. So she went from under 250, well 272, all the way up to 800 plus, compared to everyone else, which is just mind-boggling, to be honest. Total water collections, I bet a lot of, yeah, look at the amount of wonders she's constructed. So that's probably what helped as well. Era score per turn, again, just pounding it all out. Gold per turn, again, wow, look at that. Gold balance, 22,000. Well, I guess I kind of bit off a bit more than I could chew with the AI on this one. So that was pretty much it. I knew I was getting close to the end on this series, and then actually in the game itself. That's always the kind of difficulty when you are playing at this stage of the game. Round about the turn 300s, 360s, you start getting to a point where someone's just getting so far ahead of a game. Especially when the AI starts steamrolling. You know, if you can't catch them up quick enough, they will just do this at the end. And again, you could say that about multiplayer games as well. I've seen games where you can kind of flat along, all seem to be very, very close, and then someone just gets ahead. And if you don't stop them, there's no stopping them. You have to do it at the right time, and I kind of left myself where I was just too far away to deal with Skiffia. She was on her own little continent, and she basically just gobbled everyone up. And once you do that, you could play defensive all you want. So I wish I launched my nukes a bit earlier, but I've got a feeling it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But yeah. But I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Everyone who's more or less gone through my entire episodes, watched the series from the beginning to the end. Anyone who's joined in partway through, thank you very much for everyone who's done that. If you want to see me come back to Civilization 6, there is a new DLC coming out this year. I think it's in February. I think it's called The Gathering Storm, and I'm really interested in getting it. My only gripe I had with it right now is the fact of how expensive the DLC is. It looks cool. It's got natural disasters in. It adds a whole new kind of layer to the game. But my kind of annoyance with it all is that, yeah, you've got this kind of issue where they've priced the game at the same scale of what you expect new games to come out, full new releases of games to be. So it's kind of ticked me off a little bit. So I don't know if I'll get it, or I might wait a few months. We'll see. But again, if you kind of show me support and let me know what you think. If you do want me to actually play the DLC when it comes out, then by all means let me know in the comments down below. Giving this video a like does indicate that as well. But if I said, as always, if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to drop a like below, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell icon to be notified of my next video. But until then, I'll see you later.